MPA award for Lake Expo.
Shawnee Bluff Winery is expanding.
Surdike Port 20 hosts the first ever fishing tournament for aluminum boat fishermen only.
What's that all about? The Ghouls and Goblins crowded Luby Plaza for the annual Halloween on the Strip celebration.
And William Holtz has a report on Versailles High School's playoff game last Friday.
And it was a very busy week for Lake TV. I'm Bob Spicer.
I'm Ashley Kyle, and this is the Lake of the Ozarks Weekly Report, brought to you by Anchor, your friend with a boat.
And by Surdike Yamaha. We'll be back with all that and more after this word from Anchor. It was their first ever Go Fish tournament, and it started and ended at Surdike Port 20 in Osage Beach, Missouri. Boy, what a day to go fishing. But what's all this about aluminum? So your first ever aluminum boat fishing tournament?
Well, you hit it. We did an aluminum boat fishing tournament here in Osage Beach on a great day. We basically picked the aluminum boats for a couple reasons. First reason, that's the fishing boats we sell, the Yamaha G3s. And secondly, we wanted this fishing tournament to be for the good old boy as opposed to specialized professional bass fishermen that really have a bunch of money tied up in their equipment. We wanted the average guy here in the Osage Beach, Lake of the Ozarks area to come out and catch some crappie and have a chance to win some prizes.
Tell me a little bit about the line, the G3 line.
Well, G3 is a boat company in Lebanon, Missouri.
Local.
Yeah, local company here in Missouri. Proud to be the G3 dealer in the area. Yamaha owns G3. Yamaha has been with my family for over 45 years now. We know Yamaha takes good care of their company, their product, their end users. So we were real happy to pick up a line like G3 right here local from what I consider the best manufacturer in the world, and that's Yamaha.
Well, we're going to take a look at some of the boats.
Yeah, let's do. There's one right behind you. This is an actual fishing boat. This is a G3 center console pontoon boat, actually tri-tune. It's the first time they've come out with this here style. It's set up with fishing in the front and in the aft, 22 foot. Actually, I think overall length is 24 foot. Great looking fishing boat right there.
Hey, it was a fishing tournament, remember? And around 2 o'clock, the fishermen and the fisherwoman weighed their catch to see who caught the most crappie. And the $1,000 winner is... Congratulations, Bob. You know, most of the competitors donated their catch to the free fish fry after the tournament. Oh, and how did the G3 perform out there in the rough chop today? How's that G3 hold this rough water?
It does good.
Yeah?
That's real good. Yeah.
Doing good on the fishing?
Yeah, did pretty good.
All right.
A Camdenton church is looking at building a tiny house village to help families in need. Darren and Carrie Major, the pastors of the Tree 197, are working within their Camdenton church to fulfill a vision to create a tiny home community for single parents and young adults where there would be affordable homes along with support programs to help people learn to lead sustainable lives. The tiny home concept is something that the Majors have had in mind for the last several years, inspired by a book Carrie read as the tiny home movement became popularized during the Great Recession. To get involved or to donate, contact Darren Major at 573-552-5029.
This year's Can-Am Games at the Lake of the Ozarks raised over $10,000 for Missouri Special Olympics. The Lake of the Ozarks Can-Am Games Executive Committee recently visited the Training for Life campus of Special Olympics Missouri, that's up in Jeff City, for a meeting and tour of their new facilities. During that visit, members of the Executive Committee presented a check to Special Olympics Missouri. The Can-Am Police Fire Games, first held back in '77, promoted physical fitness and camaraderie between law enforcement, fire service, and EMS. Again, in 2020, all proceeds are going to be donated to their chosen charity partner, Special Olympics Missouri.
Quaker Window Products, based in Freeburg, Missouri, has announced an expansion into Eldon, Missouri to grow their operation. The 200,000 square foot manufacturing facility has begun construction in the area of Highway 52 and Hickey Road. They currently have over 900 employees and produce a variety of residential and commercial window and door products that are delivered nationwide. The Eldon operation looks to add 300 full-time jobs, along with investing $65 million over the next decade. This is excellent for Eldon. City Administrator Debbie Feeback said, "We are excited the Quaker gave the city of Eldon this opportunity. It took a lot of people on both sides to make this happen, and it wouldn't have come together without everyone working together to pinpoint all the final details."
For Lake area residents wondering who should they trust for their online news source, well, according to the Missouri Press Association, it's our very own LakeExpo.com. They took home the title of Best News Website for 2018 in Class 1. First, we thank our loyal readers and subscribers. They make everything we do possible. That's a quote. LakeExpo.com founder Brent Simpson said, "We're humbled that our colleagues in journalism have chosen our work to be held in such high regard." Simpson said, "For journalists that cut their teeth in print decades before Lake Expo ever existed and honor a digital company shows how far the industry has come in a very short time."
For those of you like me who absolutely love Shawnee Bluff Vineyard and Winery, we'll be happy to announce that a third location is on its way. That's right, construction on the new winery, part of the Shawnee Bluff family, is officially under construction and set to open in 2019. The property, which was built in the 1920s, has quite the history behind it, previously being used as a personal retreat for wealthy St. Louis industrialist Hugo Ueber and his wife Anya, before being taken over by the Ozark Rod and Reel Club as a hunting and fishing retreat. Shawnee Bluff owner Gail Griswold and her team purchased it from the courthouse late summer of 2017. The property will be called Riverberg Winery and is set to open mid to late 2019. It will offer all the same great eats and spirits found at the other two Shawnee locations, but will also feature an inn, weddings, kayak trips, and a special bistro-style menu. When asked why open a third location, Griswold stated that the property was just too pretty to sit vacant any longer. "We love the Lake of the Ozarks, especially these neat historic properties, and with the Shawnee brand not having much of a presence in Camdenton, it gave us the perfect opportunity to expand and grow the brand while also restoring a beautiful property right along the Niangua River." Don't go away. Our Halloween on the Strip feature
is next, and William Holtz has a special report on local area high school football teams and how they fared in week 1 of the district playoffs. All that and more after this from Serdike Yamaha.
At Serdike Yamaha, we've been selling and servicing the Ozarks for over 45 years. We've learned during that time that our customers expect the best in their Yamahas, with same-day service and courtesy loaner units. That is why for 2018, you will receive 1 year free schedule maintenance with every new and used recreational Yamaha bought. Yamaha boats and wave runners are built in the USA, and you won't have to worry about maintenance costs for the first year because it's on us.
You ride on our reputation.
It's playoff football time, and we had all 5 Lake area schools in action this last Friday, and we're going to start with our game of the week that we had here on Lake TV. We had the resurgent Versailles Tigers playing host to the East Newton Patriots, and it was all Versailles from start to finish. The Tigers got the scoring started just 1 minute and 36 seconds into the contest as Kobe Williams found Dallas Waller from 5 yards out, putting the Tigers up 7-0. Now just 3.5 minutes later, it was Williams once again, this time with his legs, from 9 yards out to put the Tigers up 14-0 with 6:51 left in the first, and that rushing score was Williams' 22nd of the season. The Tigers would hold the Patriots on 4th down on their own 41-yard line with 4:55 left in the first, setting up the Tigers with awesome field position. It was then Bryson Reynolds who scampered in from 20 yards out, putting Versailles up 21-0 with 2 minutes left in the opening quarter, and Versailles wasn't done scoring in the first half either. After a 44-yard wide receiver option pass from Adam Ratcliffe to Wyatt Espinosa, it was Williams through the air yet again. This time he found Braden Morrison from 7 yards out, and after the PAT from Matthew Lohr, Versailles extended their lead to 28-0. The Patriots showed a little life on the ensuing possession with a 46-yard strike from quarterback Stewart to Moore, which set the Patriots up at the Tiger 12-yard line. However, it was Morrison once again making his presence felt with a big-time interception. On 3rd and 12 at the 1-yard line, he would then return that interception to the Tigers 17. The Tigers kept their foot on the gas pedal as Williams threw his 3rd touchdown pass of the first half. This time it was Colby Boykert who took this Kobe Williams pass 69 yards to pay dirt, and the Tigers were up 35-0. On the Tigers' next possession, it was Williams with another strike to Braden Morrison from 28 yards out. That put the Tigers up 42-0. After a Michael Bell fumble recovery gave the ball right back to the Tigers, Williams made his lone mistake of the game with his only turnover of the night. It was an interception, which he threw scrambling and under pressure. However, Versailles' defense answered the challenge once again as Colby Boykert picked off another Stewart pass, this time returning it to the East Newton 27-yard line with just 40 seconds remaining in the half. Williams then capped off a record-setting first half with his 5th touchdown pass of the half, finding Boykert once again, this time from just 9 yards out. At this point in time, the Tigers led 48-0 at the half and got a chance to rest the majority of their starters the second half. Now, East Newton did score a long touchdown on the final play in regulation, and the score would end Versailles 48-6. Williams finished the night with 5 touchdown passes and a touchdown run, while Kobe Boykert had 2 touchdown grabs and a pick. Co-player of the game, Braden Morrison, had 2 touchdown catches and 2 interceptions as well. Versailles improves to 6-4 this season under Brock Silvers and will look to earn a spot in the district championship game this Friday night when they play at El Dorado Springs. That game's set to kick off at 7 p.m. Now, as for other Lake area schools in action, California fell to powerhouse Blair Oaks by a score of 70-0. The Pintos finished the season at 0-9 under second-year head coach Michael Gregg, but they're going to look to return a large part of their starters on both defense and offensive sides of the ball, and they should pile up some wins next season. Look out for Michael Gregg's California Pintos in 2019 Tri-County Conference. Also seeing their season come to a close was Devin Johnson's Osage Indians. The Indians played at Buffalo and led 22-21 before Buffalo scored a touchdown with just 34 seconds left to take the lead 27-22. Osage was unable to do anything with that last 34 seconds, and they fell and they end their season at 2-7. Now, this is the worst finish for Coach Devin Johnson in his 5th season with the Indians, but he did say his team got drastically better each week, and he thought that although the wins weren't there, his team did fight all year long for 48 minutes each Friday night, and Coach Johnson said he was very proud of their efforts. Now, for first-year Eldon Mustangs coach Chad Holt, well, his team lives another week as the Mustangs won 28-7 Friday night at Salem. Eldon played well enough to escape with the win and will look to keep things moving with a rematch from last year's district semifinal game against Springfield Catholic. Now, in that game last year, Eldon won by a score of 38-13, but this year's Springfield Catholic team comes in at 8-2 with revenge on their mind. That game will be played in Springfield with kickoff set for 7 p.m. Now, for the hometown Camdenton Lakers, they've had quite the season up to this point in time, and they entered Friday's game against Pacific, winners of 6 straight ball games, and they had no issues taking care of Pacific, winning by a score of 55-7. The Lakers, who currently sit at 9th in the Missouri State Class 4 rankings, are set to take on the 15th-ranked Elias Crusaders Friday night at Bob Shore Stadium with a spot in the district title game on the line. Now, Elias comes to town with a record of 4-6 on the season, and they look to play spoiler in Camdenton's dream season. That game is set to start at 7 and will actually be this week's Game of the Week live on Lake TV. You can tune into Como Channel 90 or check out our Facebook stream. That'll start at 6:40 with a pregame show powered by Como Connect. Lake TV's eager to make our much anticipated return to Bob Shore Stadium on Friday night and hope you'll get a chance to tune in. For this week's Lake Area Football Recap with William Holtz, well, I am William Holtz, wishing both the Versailles Tigers and Eldon Mustangs good luck this week. And of course, we'll have that Camdenton Lakers game featured right here on Lake TV this Friday. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys Friday night at Bob Shore Stadium.
The museum players are going to be performing the Gin Game. That's by Donald L. Coburn. That's Friday and Saturday. This play and dinner theater event is going to be held at the Camden County Museum down in Lynn Creek. Doors open at 5:30. Dinner is going to be served at 6. The play begins at 7. Tickets cost $15, and reservations are strongly encouraged.
Stonecrest Book and Toy at the Stonecrest Mall in Osage Beach is having a Hallmark open house this Friday through next Friday, November 9th, to introduce their new Hallmark department. While supplies last, guests will receive VIP gift bags, special pricing on promotional items, and a variety of items that are free with a minimum purchase.
The Eldon Elementary PTO is hosting their fall festival this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 at the Eldon Upper Elementary School. Going to be games, prizes, a silent auction. Food and drinks will be available for purchase. Come and enjoy this fun family event.
The Missouri State Motocross Championship Series finale will be held this Sunday, with practices being held on Friday and Saturday at the River Bottom Motocross Race in Kaiser. For pricing and other information, call 660-263-4321.
Dirt Fest 2018, presented by Surdike Yamaha, is going to take place this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 at the River Bottom Motocross Park in Kaiser. This family-friendly event features a bonfire, hayride, demonstrations of some of the best ATVs and dirt bikes available. Also going to be a poker run with great prizes. This event is free if you pre-register and costs $12 per person at the door. Call 573-348-6575 to register or for more information.
The second annual Christmas Arts and Crafts Extravaganza, sponsored by the Red Carpet Trophy Shop in Camdenton, will be held on Monday, November 5th and Tuesday, November 6th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This open house will feature local art, artists, and crafts. There will be music, refreshments, live demonstrations, and art, and seasonal personalized gifts will be featured. Thanks for watching this week's Weekly Report. Don't forget to check us out on all of the social media, Facebook and Instagram out there. And don't forget, Election Day is Tuesday.
That's correct.
So tell me about this hat, Bob. Why are you wearing that?
The Red Sox, they won the World Series. My gosh, I'm an old Red Sox fan. You know, I used to live in Boston for like eternity.
Well, we're glad you're here now.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the Red Sox.
Absolutely.